Alright, time to get our hands dirty. This, if one of the Japanese was keeping up before when I was telling you about how, the reason we say things like try not to spook us first, or that's a bad, that trying to scare us into surrendering can be a bad idea. Yeah, we've itemized it into a list here. Yeah, here's a pamphlet. The more scared we are, the more crazy and desperate we get. And if you scare us enough, that's when we bust out the nuclear war and jihad. And I guess it's funny to look at this. Yeah, this is very official, or whatever is close. They might have slightly different wording for it. Yeah, we turned it into a policy, literally. Yeah. So we can all agree on how scared are we right now? Literally, are we at DEFCON 2 or 3? How scared are you today? How worried are you that we're all going to explode in 5 minutes? Okay, what 3, 2? Okay, if we get to 1, shit's gonna get crazy. So depending on how much you've kept up, if you've kept along with this, yeah, the contingency room of contingency madness, planning contingencies. I did a little, my first episode on this playlist is a little one of those, example pieces of me speculating on what that room. I've, done work, nothing near this. I've never worked in this high of the echelons of anything, but planning contingencies for what might happen. It's like, okay, if this happens, do we have a B plan? Yeah, we should have a couple backup plans if we get to this stage, or this stage, or this stage. You can apply it to almost anything. So in this case, this is the most extreme version. Yeah, at what point do we go jihad/nuclear war? Yeah, some of you are trying to think, okay, well, what do I mean by that specifically? Doing whatever it takes? Yeah, incendiary baby carriage? If I don't have any nuclear weapons, what else do we got? Like, straight, literally, whatever, sewage launchers. Yeah, at that point, we will use pretty much anything. We've already done this before. Whatever. We'll get to it later, how this conflict here, if you kept up to it, it's like this is where everything kind of spills over. Right. This card here is just an example of, when America gets crazier and stupider as we get more scared. And the point to cap this off, too, is, right, like fear-mongering on the news, and, right, it's like, it's not like they're trying to get everyone, it depends, yeah, right. Do they want support for a war, funding, a fight on war on terror, war on drugs? Yeah, right. If they want people to want more war, they will scare them, so that the more scared people are, the more, we move down the list of, okay, we might need this, we might need this. Right, that's why, I understand if you're scared about something, but, god damn it, at least try to have something more specific than, yeah, right. If you don't know anything other than this might be a bad thing, yeah, you're gonna start going, it's just gonna get crazier from that point. Now, obviously I don't know everything, but I might know a few things about this that some people there don't know about that. Yeah, exactly. If you are from the other side of this coin and you want to jump in and say, oh, actually, this is what happened here, well, that should be a good thing. I would hope that's a good thing, that we can do that. Right, and it's like, again, this is where the Cold War is already starting, basically. And so, it's kind of a dumb joke. It's one of those jokes where it's like, it just is, I can't even think of a way to put it into a joke, but it's like, does the Cold War have to wait until World War II is over before it can start? It's like, wait your turn. Yeah, you're not allowed to start yet, Cold War. You have to wait till I'm done. Right. And you might be thinking, though, the Cold War didn't really spark off till 1950, but by that point, that pot was boiling over. Yeah, this pot is already boiling over. So we got to take this one off the stove, and there's already another pot that's been put on the stove with a bunch of rice and noodles, and that's going to start boiling over in 5 years. But we're too busy dealing with this. Yeah, exactly. There's multiple pornos happening at once. Yeah, whether you're still masturbating or not, there's multiple pornos. Some are, climaxing when you're not ready. Yeah, exactly. It's not just in orderly fashion. Can we finish this war and then stop and take a break and come back and start this war? And yeah, that's, god damn it. Each country might have its own record of when they entered or exited a war. Yeah, that's when you entered or exited or declared or, finalized this, that, or the other. There was still, the Korean War lasted like 80 years, but it was on, yeah, exactly. Shit's gonna get complicated. But I guess the point too is, I don't know, like, clearly there's more to it. I'd ask people on that side if I knew more of them. I'm just saying, it seems like a lot of, several different things sort of, I guess the funny way I was thinking of it too, I was trying to think of a way of putting it into a joke. The reason this is where everything spills over is because there's no more planet left. You know what I mean? Yeah, we've gone all the way around the world. There's, right? All the way to the east and all the way to the west, and now the west is the east and the east is the west, because if you just keep going east, you're going to end up right back where you fucking started. Yeah, it's not that far away anymore. We've gone as far away as we can, and now it's come right back this way. So it's like there's nowhere left to push the pile of garbage. It's like, sweep it to that corner, sweep it to that corner. You've swept it right back, all the way around back to the Dutch Indies, mate. There's nowhere left to sweep any of the garbage. So yeah, it's just going to keep piling up, and there's more people, and something was going to happen eventually. So, yeah, well, whose fault was that? Yeah, a lot of different things that were going on, and yeah, you probably get it. It's just there's nowhere left, yeah, there's nowhere left in the world that's that far away from anywhere else anymore. So, world war indeed, whatever. A lot of these problems probably had nothing to do with you until you got involved, or whatever. And even, like, with the British, it's like, okay, you guys had that one little colony in Hong Kong. I have a feeling it wasn't that bad. Yeah, I don't think you had an Auschwitz gulag or anything. Whatever, the Admiral came and stole everyone's opium. It happens, dog. Yeah, you don't think the Admiral showed up to steal opium here, there, anywhere once in a while. Yeah, someone might have been... Maybe the old Emperor was mad about that, until there was a big rebellion, and suddenly you get it. Your allies, your enemies can quickly become allies, and allies can become enemies, depending on this, that, or the other. Hypothetically, if America invaded China right now, would you still be bitching at Japan, or would you accept an alliance with them? Would you be suspicious? Like, oh no, they're on their team now. Right. It's like... This is very relative, because what I'm saying, too, is this is a great little example of, you know, where better to understand it from. This is the last point in our known shared history that we all sort of share, right? This World War II in the Pacific. Since we were still allies at this point, back before the Cold War spilled over, it's like, right, we had no reason to contradict each other yet. We wouldn't have started covering things up and, yeah, hush hush, KGB versus CIA. That didn't start until, yeah, we noticed the other pot of rice was boiling over. Yeah, once we noticed that was going crazy. Yeah, even the government makes mistakes. Don't put us on too high of a pedestal, whatever. Yeah, you get it. By the time, once it becomes a crisis, that's when we start digging through the X-Files for contingency plans, and yeah, but go silence that guy. Yeah, that's when shit starts getting nuts. So even when the KGB and the CIA get involved, yeah, they're oh, that guy might have been a little late. Yeah, not all of them succeed at everything. There's bound to be a few, whatever, things that don't quite make sense. It's kind of like the Gestapo Diablo thing. It's like, once there was no one left to squeal on, and you realize how many of those guys were Italian, it's like, okay, wait a minute. Yeah, I don't think it was a white supremacist gang of Italians. Yeah, that doesn't really make sense. Yeah, we can be very racist, but it has nothing to do with your race. It's very indiscriminate when we go death, master, genocide. And I guess, yeah, if I can draw up, again, my little moral scoreboard here, it's like the DEF CON thing. If you're wondering, you know, at what point do I start wagging my finger, blah, 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 it might seem a little contradictory if you've kept up. Like, yeah, why is it okay for this dictator to yeah. Clearly, it's bad to hurt people and steal things and kill people, and yes, these are not good things. My goal is to, hopefully we can avoid doing this in the future. Yeah, I can't say what everyone should do or has to do. I might have little recommendations. Mostly, again, the reason I bitch at King Henry so much, yeah, we both speak the same language, we have very similar cultures. Yeah, we are similar enough, and I understand them well enough, and they understand us well enough, that, yeah, it's like, you didn't tell me about this, no, you told me about this, right? It's like brothers arguing with each other. So, you know, I can still judge. Some people will say, like, oh, well, you know, you can't really judge the Japanese because they didn't know that. Yeah, how far can we take that? Even they are like, right, we don't want to treat them like fucking robots or aliens. They're not, yeah, technically alien just means you're not from around here. So yes, they were quite alien to us until very recently. Yes, they more different than we were used to, more different than they were used to. I'm sure most of them know that hurting things doesn't feel good, or, yeah, they're not that different than us. They're still humans. They still go to the bathroom. They still eat food. They know what being hungry feels like. Yeah, exactly. So that's what I mean. There's simple distinctions of, like, you know, cutting grass. Are you murdering the grass? Well, it probably can't feel... How do you know the grass can't... When you mow the lawn, grandmaster genocide of all the grass. Yeah, how do you know it can't feel what you're doing to it? That's, none of us really know yet, as opposed to, I'm sure they know that hurting someone doesn't feel good, blah, blah, blah. The Emperor Dildo Master, and that's kind of the thing. Again, it's like with the British. Technically, we should go conquer Britain. George Washington would be invading Britain, mate. I don't have the luxury of being that righteous. With Japan, they are one of the few perfect examples we have of a very recent dildo master culture, you know what I mean? And China went through a very similar thing, they just had a bigger uprising going on at the time. But, like, yeah, if you want to see an example of how people can live in, you know, quote-unquote feudal Japan, feudal society, and then the transfer of that to the more modern, postmodern society they have now. It's a very fresh, recent petri dish you can look at, of people you can go talk to, etc. in my opinion, having that there as something to study and look at and talk to, and yeah, a reference, like, well, compared to Japan, blah, blah, blah. The fact that we can compare things to Japan is what should help us avoid doing things like this again in the future. Hopefully people can understand why Lord Emperor Dildo Masters, right, even the British kicked the Queen out of the Admiral had to kick them out of the office, you know what I mean? Yes, they're still British royals, they're still rich, we'll get to it. Kind of like the thing with Taiwan. Again, yeah, this is very relevant because this is where, like I say, the Cold War has already started. The problems that are sparking the pot of water of rice and noodles that's getting put on the stove now that we're too busy to notice, we'll notice it in 5 years when it starts boiling over. Yeah, things like Taiwan and yeah, North Korea. Yeah, exactly. What about Taiwan? Well, it's a small little country, and a big country, yeah, a big crazy dictator country of China is beating up the little island of Taiwan, and well, they are Chinese. Well, we're not China. Yeah, you're not China, but they are Chinese. Oh, God, right? Well, technically, yeah, well, they're more traditional. Yeah, this small little, they're more of the traditionalists. Yeah, traditional as in the old emperor, not necessarily, yeah, exactly. Even if they don't have an emperor, can you see how that looks to them? That would be like in America, like the king in Britain? Yeah, pretty fucking much. Yeah, they're not doing anything bad to them, but in terms of propaganda or whatever, you're arguing about politics. It's like when people freak out if you support Donald Trump, it's like you support the king. Yeah. I guess the bottom line with that is this might, again, cultural differences. In a way, it helps me understand how you guys might be scared of communists or whatever. It's like, some of us don't want to go back to our cultural roots. Yeah, exactly. It's like, right, they're a very, you know what I mean. Yeah, we still, like to indulge in the storytelling and whatnot. Maybe that's why we do that, or the metaphors, etc. But in the end, when it comes to policy and business, and right, should we go back to the Han Dynasty? Like, no. Most of China doesn't want to go back to their cultural roots, or whatever. These people didn't, and the ones that want to stick to their cultural roots are kind of divided from them. Yeah, our cultural roots. Dude, if I went back to my cultural roots, yeah, death, master, genocide, here comes the most evil man in history, it's another dictator imperator. Yeah, we still talk and joke about it and reference it. Yeah, we have a lot of history to reference of how to not do this, but you might get it. Yeah, it can be petty, hypothetically, but as soon as any conflict starts, the people on each side, it's like, okay, who do you work for? What's your motivation? Why are you here? Who's paying you? Blah, blah, blah. Well, there's all these communists and all these these people who are, yeah, whatever. A small country that they're sticking to their cultural heritage. Yeah, I know, right? Again, it doesn't mean they're doing anything bad, but you can see why they would be endlessly bitching at each other like King Henry. Yeah, if I'm sure a lot of them get it. It's like the distinguishing between British and American. And yeah, clearly we're military allies. In a way, I'm wagging my finger at America too. Yeah, how desperate do you want to get? Do you want to get desperate enough that you need King Henry to help you? Yeah, we can't even bitch at the British anymore. Yeah, you get it. Back in the day, we could just blame everything on the King of England. Yeah, we can't really do that after you need his help. Yeah, King of England needs help. Well, now we need the King of England's help. Yeah. Who's left to blame? How many people are there left to blame, boys? So you might get it. It's like when you join this military alliance, yeah, your allies might be enemies with someone else's allies. Yeah, your girlfriend doesn't like your friend's girlfriend, so now that bitch doesn't like him and he doesn't like you. Yeah, I didn't do anything. I just got off work. I have no idea what happened in the last 8 hours, but now there's some Death Master genocide here, there, anywhere, and god damn it. Yeah, well, you are implicated. Yeah, exactly. I didn't do anything wrong, but there's still a jihad in my living room. Yeah, why, DEFCON? How scared are you right now? Should we? God damn it. Right. These conflicts, by the time, I guess the point with a lot of this, by the time we notice the conflict, it's already, it started a long time ago, right? Usually. So, I guess, again, too, that's why this is kind of the perfect this is the last point in our known shared history where we can all sort of be on the same page. Yeah, once the other pot of rice starts boiling over, god damn it, shit's gonna get really complicated. No one will know what race anyone is. The Gangnam Style inspection, yeah, North, South Korean. Again, South Korea, sorry, perfect little example, too. Czechoslovensky? Technically, Czechoslovakians should hate Nazis and communists. Right, this road can only go in one direction, of just hating everyone who's done something bad, either, to your family. If it happened to you, if you have suffered from something, it makes sense to be anxious and angry and, want revenge. Yeah, someone killed your father, that, I get why you're angry. You probably get why I don't want you being the emperor if you're, yeah, you get it. Hopefully we can meet halfway. If it's long enough, yeah, how long ago is long enough ago? At least a full generation, I would say, if I can start drawing hard lines of a long time ago. At least a full generation, you or the family you grew up with, basically. If it was your great-great-grandparents, if you never knew any of these people at all, yeah, hopefully we can try to move forward. Yeah, I'm not going to say everything's okay, but again, with South Korea, it's like, they're Chinese and Japanese. They have a Japanese flag that, yeah, look, the yin-yang of, yeah, right, we're kind of both. Right, technically you should hate everyone and everyone should hate you. Right, how far do you want to take that? This road of righteous, straight Spanish Inquisition, that's where this road ends, is another Spanish Inquisition. Someone might get it too. At that point, you're not just punishing the victim, you're punishing the children of the rape victim. Well, you are part rapist. If your father raped your mother, you are part rapist. So if you want to punish the children of the rape victim, right. This isn't really justice anymore, it's a Spanish Inquisition. So again, hopefully this can help people on both sides understand at least why people had jumped into a conflict, and then once you're in a conflict, yeah, shit's gonna get crazy. This, traditional Chinese flag of their, traditional cultural heritage, this cool little dragon here, that's very much like a Nazi flag to them, or you know what I mean. Anyone waving Confederate flag, yeah, go smash his windows out if you see that flag on his truck. I know, to you, ooh, cool, yeah, to them, to me, that is a scary looking flag, honestly. If that flag was over my wall every day, yeah, like, I don't know, they've been doing this longer than we have, yeah, here's a flag that'll make you scared to disobey the emperor, just saying, yeah. Of all the flags, you might be scared of swastikas or hammer and scythe communist flags. That dragon flag, to me, it gives a slight chill up my spine if you stare at it in big picture. Yeah, god damn it. I can imagine why even seeing that flag or anything from... Well, we made a new version, but yeah, if I see that flag, I'm gonna burn it, or you know what I mean, tear it down. You know what? If you lived in China and you were Chinese and your neighbor had that flag, yeah, they'd be rolling his truck off the cliff for that shit. What did he... Yeah, why? Well, if I had a Nazi flag on my truck, yeah, you would be destroying it before you even thought about what you think it means or what I might have done wrong. It's just, yeah, that's a bad flag. We don't want that flag here. You get it. And so, yeah, Taiwan might have a new version of that sort of whatever, one way or another. It's the little offshoot. It's the imperial holdouts from before the revolution. Hey, fair enough if they didn't want to be communist or whatever. Yeah, god damn it. All I'm saying is the conflict has already started. People are already divided. There's already Jerry Springer fucking fistfights between the Confederate hillbillies. Yeah, it's already a problem. There's already division between these cultures yeah, right. So to say, well, why are they, yeah, we know why they don't like or agree with each other. That, you get it. In addition to that, any little conflict or dispute or anything, yeah, fucking, it's like sparking a match in the fucking Klingon nuke factory below the decks of your ship. Yeah, the ship is already very explosive. I don't have to blow up the ship, I just need to poke a hole in it. Yeah, you're probably getting it. And yeah, even Putin used this example recently. The Cuban Missile Crisis with, fucking, right, with the Kiev and Rus there and fucking, Ukraine. Yeah, America, yeah, it's all well and good. It doesn't matter until there is a Cuban Missile Crisis going on right next door. Yeah, oh, they're really close. They're right over there. I can see it from Bristol, yeah. I woke up one morning, and the news that was on TV that day, I looked out my window, and it was the same thing happening right outside. Yeah, literally, it's happened to America, too. Yeah, one of the greatest crises in our history. Yeah, that's when America goes apeshit. That's when there are Lizardman, CIA, Dan Aykroyd Lizardman orgies going on. Yeah, we go from 0 to 9 in pretty damn quick when Cuba starts waving this flag or that flag. That's why when Taiwan waves this flag or anything like this flag, well, it's not quite, yeah, right. When Taiwan has a different version of that old new flag, yeah, it's like Cuba going fucking communist, and yeah, well, maybe they don't have a bunch of nukes now, but if their ally, yeah, if your friend doesn't like their friend, and his friend doesn't like your friend, and they have a new version of that old new flag that from that guy doesn't, yeah. There's nowhere left in the world to push it to. Yeah, well, can't you just go there, and can't you just go there, and there's nowhere left to go, brah. Yeah, you told me about this. You didn't tell me about this. No, you told me about this, and there's nowhere left to go. We're right back in the Dutch Indies, mate. And at this point, you might get it too. It's like with Britain. Yeah, clearly, from our perspective, yeah, we know all about their dirty history, but God damn it, a lot of, yeah, it's the fact that they have taken any effort to, we kind of you're already, they get it, you're already implicated in all these places because so many of them used to, what about the French? Yeah, what about the French indeed? We'll get to it. Yeah, even after they didn't have a king anymore, that's what I mean. Even after you get rid of the bad guy and yeah, punish them, get rid of that, and now everything's okay. Yeah, the porno is still happening long after you're done masturbating. Yeah, the pornos never stop here, they know that. So, whatever, I'm using the example of Taiwan, because it's another, yeah, virgin crisis, could be a big war there any day now, and all I'm saying is, yeah, even if they, what did they do? Yeah, did they deserve, I can't tell you who deserves what, but again, it's like, the division's already there, the conflict is already there, there's already Confederate Nazi swastika flags, it just looks, yeah, just because you didn't know what it meant, yeah. That cool-looking, ancient, traditional, yeah, that's the Confederate Nazi jihadist communist flag that, no, yeah, you're supposed to not like, whatever. Well, it depends which side you're on. Yeah, are you scared of the communists? All I'm saying is, yeah, I can't, if I was there, I might have a different opinion. Yeah, there's clearly more to it, deep little, yeah, who wants this, who wants that? But just hypothetically, if we're just going to debate the philosophy behind the flags, and okay, do you support this policy or this policy? Hypothetically, if I offered you this or this, which would you prefer? Would you rather have a king? Yeah, a king, or, yeah, I'll take the other one. Or a basic, borderline, you know what I mean. Yeah, this government has problems, this government has a fucking king or an emperor, and yeah, I'm sorry. The king might be a nice guy, what if his son, yeah, I'm sorry. Again, with Japan, yeah, you know why we don't like kings or emperors. Yeah, all it takes is one fucking hipster douchebag dildo master flopping dildos around and everyone else suffers for it. And their kids suffer for it. And it takes a long time to recover from, exactly. Even if you, like, try to fix it, it's like, yeah, god damn it. With, you know, a government, a normal government, whatever, or a government of aliens like us, at least it is a bit more accountable. Yeah, it's like, you know, the Nazi Nuremberg trials, that was kind of a first for a lot of us, because it's like, oh, there's not just a king, there's an actual government of people, there's, you know, military officers and fucking, you know, politicians, and there's like 30, 40, 50 different people we have to go track down and question, and yeah, it's a little more complicated if you actually want to get to the bottom of it, yeah, as opposed to, oh, the king flailed a dildo, yeah. Sorry, I'm not giving another dildo to another king. If they don't have a king, yeah, again, bitching at King Henry, right. Well, you're kind of both, kind of neither. Yeah, if you don't have a king, why are you still a kingdom? Right. All I'm saying is, yeah, I'm gonna be bitching at King Henry for the next 1,000 years. Even after we get along and trust each other, we're still gonna be divided on a lot of political issues, because when you get right down to it, our policy, whatever, as long as you're a kingdom, and as long as I don't like kings, yeah, sorry, the relationship status is still gonna be complicated. And this relates, yeah, it's all connecting here because there's nowhere else to go. Well, what about money? Yeah, clearly, fair enough. Yeah, what about money? A lot of people just want money and stuff. And yeah, we were just talking about kings and emperors. Yeah, a lot of people, all they want is a bunch of stuff and money and all. Yeah, give me everything and everyone listen to me. Yeah. The 1%, the rich entitled bourgeoisie or whatever. Yeah, the aristocrats. I've talked about this before. That's one of the biggest problems with having a king, is he kind of owns everything and you don't own anything or whatever. He will always have more than you, and there's nothing, the only way to get out of it is to go Kim Jong-un, fucking Chairman Mao, or you know what I'm saying, fucking Russian rapist, you know what I mean. You gotta do some crazy shit to get away from a king. What about dictators? Yeah, right. Well, the people in Russia might be a little quote-unquote brainwashed, but I don't, god damn it, even the ones like, yeah, people have gotten arrested protesting and stuff, but even the fact that people have protested anything or said anything like they don't agree with the war or fuck that, or yeah, in most kingdoms, yeah, even saying that you disagree with the king that's it. Yeah, they'll lock you up and throw away the key. Whereas, right, it's kind of like America. Yeah, there's too many cops, people get shot over nothing, and, you know, yeah, too many people in jail. Yeah, there's still problems. This is, again, coming back to the righteousness thing. People assuming that once you get rid of the bad guy or the bad thing, everything will be fine now. Yeah, once the people have the power, yeah, you mean the People's Republic? Yeah, all the people have all the power, and yeah, get ready for a Kim Jong-un shit show festival. There's still going to be problems, but I guess, you know, why pick this one or that? Going back, how is that going to help? If we go back to the Han Dynasty, if we just keep worshipping some dildo master, Yeah, it's just gonna happen again. Yeah, this eventually some king is gonna flail a dildo. We're gonna have some uprising, resistance, rebellion against them. Right. Well, there's still protests against this, and yeah, you're allowed to protest our government. Yeah, you're not allowed to protest the king. Yeah, not unless the dildo master assassinator is following them around their compound or whatever, brah. They might get it though, because I'm sure there's still people in Britain that are, how long do they get to own every, the palace? And yeah, they own a lot of stuff in a small country with a lot of people. Is there, yeah, how much more room is there? At what point do we turn this into a retirement home? Yeah. Can I use this too? No, it's all mine. Again, hypothetically, I could offer you this or this. Do you want me to own all this stuff and you're not allowed to have any of it? Or what? Fuck yourself? Or, yeah, we can set up this elaborate Ponzi scheme, fucking goddamn, yeah. I'm not saying this system is better, but, yeah, compared to never, I hope you get it. No matter how you cut this pie of kings versus, yeah, like, the whole republic thing, it doesn't mean republics don't get into disagreements. Yeah, one republic might fight another republic. It's not a good thing. But a king and yeah, the people versus the king. Who do you support? The common average Joe people or the king? Even people in the United Kingdom think, second guess this and debate this. That's right. Yeah, you get it. In the end, King Henry and the Japanese are the ones who understand why they understand our fucking position, why this irritates the shit out of us and why we're very stubborn about this. And, this is as far as I'll jab King Henry with the giant dildo here. They might get it too. Yeah, your admiralty is still good at their job, and it is possible for a king or a queen to be, good at their job, even if they're, morally questionable. I'm just saying, they probably get. The reason it doesn't seem that big of a deal to a lot of them, a lot of kings, yeah, we take good care of our people, but I have 100 slave colonies on the other side of the world that you'll never see or hear of. Yeah, exactly. If all the suffering is way over there, it's not a big deal. I'm sure they get it. With a lot of these fascist dictators, there's a lot of suffering in China. Yeah, how many colonies does China have? What about Taiwan? Yeah, there are incidents like, little countries right next to China, God damn it, like near Thailand, or no, what the fuck is it? Like the Himalayas. Yeah, there's a few little examples. Like I said, there's quite a few Israels in and around China. They used to be part of China. Well, the people are Chinese. Yeah, it doesn't mean it's okay. But I'm sure you understand why there was already a conflict there. There was already division there. It's not a Tukmushan colony of aliens. It's more Chinese people bitching at more Chinese people, bitching at more fat Mongolian sexist hillbillies. Right, it just goes on, and they get to... Right, the world, there's no more room left to sweep the garbage to another pile. Yeah, the Dutch, yeah, all the bad stuff is going on in the Dutch Indies somewhere. Yeah, we're in the Dutch Indies, mate. All the bad stuff's here, and all the bad stuff, yeah. They kept sweeping it into a corner, and now we're in the corner, and now it's all piling up and boiling over, and now even people in the empire are poor, and yeah, exactly. Once you're not living it up in the kingdom, once the kingdom ain't as sweet as it used to be, yeah. And whatever, I'm just like, we've seen so many examples. Again, the British do get it. Like, how many King Henrys and how many King Richards, right? Yeah, and like with the Japanese, the whole thing with the shogun too. It's like, again, there's a great little example. They immediately understand the idea of the imperator, the military dictator, whatever. It's like, yeah, when the king flails his dildo, the imperator has to take his job. Be like, yeah, and to us, that's what an empire is. What about the Roman Empire? The Roman Empire means Caesar went imperator. Yeah. Exactly. Just because you stole my language and mangled it and turned it into something else, and then stole my church and turned it into something else, and took all my cultural heritage and turned it inside out into something else, and bitch at me about it. Right. Yeah, I'm gonna be bitching at King Henry for a long time, but they get it too. Yeah, this is why I bitch at King Henry all the time, and why you didn't tell me about this. No, you told me about this. Yeah, more Chinese people bitching at more Chinese people, bitching at fat sexist hit Mongolians, whatever. Yeah, the Latin douchebags, the Mongolian douchebag inspection. Yeah, you want to work with Mario or Luigi? Motherfucker. So yeah, I guess perfect way to cap that part off before we really get into this. Back to America. Yeah, nowhere left to go. Right back to America. Yeah, now I can finally start bitching at America as we get into it. Right, it's like, they probably get too. It's the one thing about, you can probably see why we're kind of divided from the other socialists or whatever. We do have some socialist policies. Even if we're not communist or they're capitalist, those are just business models. Yeah, communist, capitalist, that just means how does your bank work? Yeah, everyone needs stuff, whether you're using a bank or not. Whether it's rubles or dollars, I still need food. So, yeah, god damn it. You might disagree with this or that, but that's only one part of a government. I'm sure Russians get it. Whether, are we communist? Do we want to be communist? How do you want your bank to work? Yeah, your bank might work this way, your military might work that way, this might work that way. Do you have a king? Is there a czar? Where's the pharaoh of Russia? No, motherfucking FSB's running across Siberia to warn them about that shit. There ain't gonna be a pharaoh of Russia for a long time. But, if our closest ally is a kingdom and there is still a king, what do I say now? Yeah, how am I supposed to judge another dildo master if King Henry here, motherfucker. Just saying, guys, that's why it's complicated. I'm sure a lot of Americans get it too. It's like, well, and I've seen things like this too. It's like, they're kind of, shisty, shady shit. Which side are you on? Kind of like with the Italians. It's like, oh, they'll jump back and forth between Axis and Allies. You can't be both. We already were both before the war started. I'm sure they get it. Yeah. America is both Axis and Ally. We're both British and Italian. Yeah. We're both Roman and Kingdom. Roman Empire that came out of a United Kingdom colony. Half the adult voting population back in the day would have been either British or Italian. When it came to, we were neutral for most of both world wars, and when it came right down to it, there were more British people in the voting whatever. The British outvoted the Italians, basically. Whatever. And you don't doubt, my grandma lives there. Yeah, a lot of people left Italy and went to America, or fucking back and forth trading SS Waffen on the Geist Auto. Yeah. I understand why it seems shisty, shady, like, which side are you on? I was already on both sides of this coin before we tossed it. No matter which way it lands, you're gonna find another Latin douchebag. Doesn't matter what fucking country he's from, it's another Latin Mongolian douchebag. And I guess, some of if there's people on the other side, the other socialists who are trying to meet us halfway, we might both have to make some compromises. We might need to toss a king out of a castle somewhere. You don't doubt we might need this guy's help. Yeah, really, they might get it. It's kind of like Japan. Yeah, I understand why people in certain parts of Asia might not like I get it. The Nazi flag, indeed. The British-Chinese Nazi flag, or whatever, I'm just saying, guys. Yeah, it's a lot like the Japanese, where it's like, clearly that's not a good thing. My goal, personally, the whole, which side, who do you support, the people or the king? The reason I'm still kind of stubborn about this whole king thing, the reason I'm still gonna bitch at King Henry, or what I said about having motivations that at least make sense? Right. It's one of the few motivations I can have and hold that is clear as day, night and day. It's one thing that I don't have to second guess or wonder. I'm not going to be sitting there going, well, maybe I do want a king. Yeah, no. At no point will I say, I want a king. A dictator imperator? Temporarily. We may need a Caesar douchebag Mussolini temporarily. As soon as it is not Imperator, motherfuckers getting hung up on meat hooks like the Texas Chainsaw Massacre. How far do you want to take this, buddy? You get it. Depends how things play out. Since they have already helped us, and we're already entangled in all this sketchy politics with King Henry here, I would be, stepping outside the contract with Don Diablo to go fucking, god damn it. Again, they would... in a way we want to help them get away from it or whatever, right? It's like, in a perfect world, ideally, if I could play this out, whatever, my goal of making sure there's no more kings, sorry, I'm sure the king doesn't like that. I'm sure everyone else is, maybe. Right. God damn it. If, again, something like Japan or Britain, these are the most hardcore dildo masters the world has ever seen in a lot of ways. So, the more we kind of isolate it, I'm sure people in Russia might be thinking too, if you're so isolated from some of this politics, you don't even know where to start with a lot of it. It's like how much is censored here. A lot gets censored on our side too, trying to find middle ground here. That's why you need places like Korea and Czechoslovakia. Well, if they're both Russian and German, and they're Chinese and Japanese, well, they might know Chinese and Japanese. It's like, well, my dad told me this story, and my mom told me this story, and they used to hate each other, or whatever. You are part rapist, aren't you? God damn it. Technically I should hate everyone, and everyone should hate me, and technically we should all hate everyone and give everything to the king, and god damn it, motherfucker, I'm sorry. No matter how I cut this pie, I eventually get to the part where, which way you want to go? Motherfucker. You probably get it. It's one of the few things I can keep in my Rolodex of, you know, fucking preaching the Rick James Vatican. I can scarcely imagine any scenario where I would want a king. In almost any situation, I would try any other option first, whether you're communist or socialist or a national socialist or a Soviet fucking socialist, StarCraft, Shogunator, whatever. In the end, Koreans might help the Japanese get away from a dildo master, or you know what I mean. What if there's a dildo Kim Jong-un, something like that? In the end, you might need the expertise of a shogun who, yeah, it's like, well, yeah, you know who's good at flailing dildos around? Japan. Yeah, they can double fist those dildos pretty fucking hard. So can King Henry here. In the end, yeah, god damn it, in the end, we might need this guy's help to deal, or whatever. This is like it's like a smallpox lab. No, now you're getting it. I have smallpox, monkeypox in this lab here. We're studying it, and we're doing research on the monkeypox infestation of the British Crown, whatever. Yeah, right, we've got it in the lab here. It's contained within the prison island of the pirates, or whatever, the Shogunator's office. Yeah, keep it under lock and key in the Shogunator's office. When Kim Jong-un starts flailing dildos around, we got exactly. Call the dildo master assassinator, call the Shogunator imperator. I'm just saying, they have access to, you know what I'm saying, a library of history of one dildo master after another, and, you know, rising against this dildo master. Which King Henry are we dealing with today? Yeah, in the end, I'd rather have access to information than be flailing dildos around in the dark. And I'm sure even, like, some, you know, whatever, FSB, the Kremlin is thinking, yeah, would you rather not know anything, bud? Yeah, you want to be running back and forth across Russia? Yeah, we're in the Dragon's Den here, straight up in Dragon's Fang next to us. I'm still got my finger on the nuclear launch button for DEFCON 1. Some of them might get it too. It's like, yeah, you might not be sure how bad to feel about America. If you want to invade America, I fucking dare you to try, bitch. Straight up, I dare you to fucking try. Give it your best shot. And yeah, if you want to take it to DEFCON 1, we can go there. I don't feel like I need to, you know, in a way, showing you all this is, yeah, think twice, buddy. I know how that fucking sounds, but yeah, you're not going to win in a glorious epic battle unless you're ready to go straight jihad nuclear deathfire. It's kind of like with King Henry, yeah, the porno will last a long time. I hope you brought a lot of lube and a lot of fucking Viagra for this one, because it's gonna last a long time. If you're done masturbating in an hour or whatever, that's what I mean. Only invade America if you can masturbate more than 5 minutes, or yeah, you're gonna need to keep it up for a long time. Sorry, guys, now they get it. And hey, same with China and Russia. I would, yeah, god damn it. This is the thing. It's like, yeah, I do not want to be, yeah, I wish this fucking war would stop. No shit. I don't doubt there's people on all sides who wish this war would stop. There's people in Britain who don't want to have a king. And in the end, you get it. Since my, god damn it, if we have to live with this dildo master for another 50 years, if this is the sample of smallpox that we need to fight the real smallpox Ebola fucking outbreak of the Queen's vagina, you know what I mean? Yeah. In the end, we speak the same language. We've helped each other before. I trust a lot of their people. They you know, in the end, you get it. Kind of like with Germans and Italians. Yeah, we hated each other for a long time. You don't doubt they used to hate the Caesar douchebag infinitus. And in the end, yeah, who's going to protect our families while we're gone? Get the Italian mafia. Oh, yeah, motherfucker. Deal with the devil, buddy. Yeah, it wasn't a good thing, but I understand why who else are you gonna call at this point, right? You're surrounded by crazy motherfuckers. Called the Gestapo Diablo motherfuckers. Yeah, we called the Gestapo Diablo a James Bond here. Yeah, literally, it's like the Germans calling the Gestapo to help them out. Yeah, call James Bond. Oh, motherfucker. King Henry motherfucker. This is gonna go on for a while. And you don't doubt some of them like being, yeah, if King Henry goes nuts, you know who to call. And they, straight up, they know that. If the British royals push them too far, you don't doubt they're going to be calling us. So yeah, I hope it doesn't sound like petty excuses. Really, again, I'm wagging my finger back to these guys. If you're wondering why, you know, so many people think we're evil, motherfucker, that British flag is the flag of the kingdom. Literally, it's the Commonwealth of the United Queen Kingdom. They're still doing ceremonies with royal families. To a country like China, who went through some serious hardcore shit to get rid of this creepy dragon flag. Yeah, yeah, that's the thing, though. I hope they realize. Some British people must have helped you guys get, yeah, they call the dildo master assassinator expert. This is what I mean. Unless you got a better theory, and because to me the alternative seems less likely. My last episode where I speculated, imagine he tried to help that emperor instead of the communists. That wouldn't, yeah, no, even this guy knows better. This guy's dildo master. He can double fist that dildo before you know it. So I'm not taking credit away from Chairman Mao. I'm saying a guy like Chairman Mao would probably be smart enough to be like, yeah, but if you can just distract him for a few days, give him some bogus information, whatever, yeah, tell me what he's doing, yeah, a little bit of information here and there, and I'll do, yeah, exactly. If you do this and I do that and we work together, we can both get this. As opposed to it's all mine. Yeah, dude, you probably get how, like, how weird it would sound of, you know, voting here and there. Who do you support? Can we have a king that owns everything? God damn it. Yeah, and God damn it. So you get it though. It's like the Commonwealth. There's debate about, you know, America has all these banana republics in the middle of nowhere. Why do you guys own this place and that place? And yeah, this Commonwealth interference. And there's like a new EU. Yeah, the Queen wants to start a Commonwealth alliance in Eastern Europe, and it's like, dude. I'm just saying, even if you guys, yeah, normal British people are like, oh yeah, how complicated can this get, buddy? World War 77? At what point are we, they're just, yeah, you get it. I'm not saying that you're right or they're wrong or anything, but you understand, it would be just like me bringing a straight swastika Nazi flag to England, like, yeah, want to vote for my Nazi party? Yeah. To some people might not. Yeah, straight up. Some people might smash the windows out of your truck. Some people might get weird Dan Aykroyd lizard orgy with you over it. So, yeah, my God, man. I'm just saying, being allies with the Commonwealth of the King, as the country that hates kings and has the most convoluted bureaucracy ever designed to make sure we never have a king, half of our people are already British descended, right, so their families knew their families, and those are our families. Yeah, it's like they're both Chinese. Well, we're not China. Yeah, we're not British. Yeah, my God, motherfucker. In a way, they might get how we have some understanding of this. Yeah. We get if you're sort of Chinese but not, or we're not part of China. Yeah, I get if you're not part of China but you're still Chinese, or what the Mongolian douchebag inspection. At this point, that's less insulting, isn't it? The Mongolian douchebag inspection. Oh yeah, laugh it up. I'm not American, I'm Canadian. Yeah, motherfucking, they can't tell, British can't tell if Canadians aren't American, and Americans can't tell if Canadians aren't British. Yeah, no one can tell. Because they don't have an accent. They don't have British accents. They look the same, but they sound like us. British Americans, yeah. I'm just saying, it's like the communist Nazi thing. If you took FBI, if you took me and a Russian guy and gave us the same clothes and the same haircut and we spoke the same language without accents, you know what I mean. There's the thick Russian accent in Moscow. Yeah, that guy's probably Russian, right? I guess. I can pretend I'm Russian or German or whatever. Yeah, exactly. You could do some crazy shit there, yeah. And I get, like, back to the racism thing, yeah, I'm not offended if you can't tell the difference. Yeah, I can't always tell the difference. Again, we like to make little jokes about it. Right, a little different than running the Auschwitz gulag or whatever. Yeah, I'm sure they get it. So, again, I'm just saying, we're not entirely foreign to things like this. We've been through things like this ourselves, but yours are, yeah, different circumstances, of course, different factions, different history, different names, everything is, yeah, goddamn, it's like another, like, Lord of the Rings spin-off, or another Batman movie, straight up, another Batman remake spin-off series, same characters, different actors, different writers, different directors, yeah, exactly. So I guess, yeah, capping off all this before we get back to the war. Yeah, what about the war? We'll get to martial law in the Marshall Islands. I'm just doing a hard zoom in here because, yeah, this is my big reason I'm doing a lot of this is to get to the modern day. Yeah, to by the time World War 77 happens, yeah, before World War 4 starts, yeah, well, goddamn it, you get it. To even explain what's happening right now in Europe. Yeah, well, how did this happen? Yeah, if you're wondering about Taiwan could explode tomorrow, yeah, why? Well, they have this creepy dragon flag. That's a scary looking flag, man. You get it. I get it. Whatever. You might not have noticed till I said that, but that was, yeah. Yeah, they've been doing this for a long time. That was, God, yeah, they know how to get inside your head before you notice that, yeah, get rid of that fucking flag, please. Oh, this is my new version. Yeah, get rid of that flag, too. They're right next door. It's like a Cuban Missile Crisis. If they are allies with us, The Commonwealth, what, yeah, your friend doesn't like his friend, doesn't like her ex-girlfriend, and now that bitch is at your office on the other side of the, yeah, came all the way around the world to the Dutch Indies and the other side of your office. Yeah. God damn it, motherfuckers. And I don't know, again, the examples with like Mongolia being the bridge between China and Russia. Russia is stuck in the middle between, yeah, like Switzerland, whatever, the Latin douchebag inspector's office on one side and the Mongolian douchebag inspector's office on the other. They might get it. The weird west and the weird eastern world, there's one bridge between the east and the west, the contiguous one. It's called Russia. Russia is a bridge between the eastern world and the western world, and it's, for one reason or another, going back would be more work, more war, more difficult. Sure, we might punish people who deserve to be punished. Right. Again, I'm trying to think more long term of making sure we don't have another king that owns it. You know what I mean? All the worst shit that's happened so far, you know, World War I, all that shit, to hear. Yeah, sorry, we fucked some shit up trying to, because why do you think World War II was sparking off? They might get it too with the British. Yeah, you don't doubt most of us, the Axis side of our coin back in the 40s, it's the same British flag. It's kind of like the Nazi, yeah. You know, you told us to get rid of an old flag. Yeah, we got a new flag now, so people aren't going to freak out. Did you get a new flag? No, you got the same Nazi dragon flag, straight up Confederate Nazi dragon flag, here, there, anywhere. When they see the creepy dragon eating the sun, when we see the King Henry motherfucker, yeah, exactly. They know why we bitch about King Henry, the motherfucker. And they might get, like with Japan too, yeah, I get it. I get why a lot of you hate King Henry motherfucker, no shit. Just the fact that you guys don't speak the same language, yeah, the fact that me and King Henry speak the same language is why we started getting along with their normal people much sooner than you may have. Yeah, there's some Chinese people like some Japanese people. You ever been to South Korea? Yeah, again, they might get it. In a way, maybe it does require, or this is just the natural result. It's like humanity developing an immunity to its own bullshit. It's like your children are both... Or just familiarity, yeah. The fact that I would, because of a few little things with just my parents or whatever, I'm familiar with both, you know, hearing crazy Russian people talk about the Kremlin. To me, that's normal. It's not weird aliens. Yeah, the fact that we are less alien to both sides, right. To you, we're both aliens, or yeah, everyone around you is an alien. To us, you're both too familiar. Yeah, it's like you're one of your parents or one of the other parents. If you're Korean, yeah, you want to go to China or Japan? Oh boy, yeah, where are we going this time? That's why they have the Gangnam Style inspection at the airport. And yeah, what about North Korea? Yeah, what about North Korea? My god, man. Hipster douchebag motherfucker. He's playing both sides, and you know what I mean? Like, you know, god damn it. With all due respect, I don't know too much. Clearly, whatever dildo master's in charge, that's the thing. As far as I can tell, he's not just a dictator. He's dildo master. You know what I mean? He's taken it to he's douchebag infinitus and beyond. It may have started as, yeah, you can certainly become a dildo master or whatever. Who has the royal semen? He's started his own Kim Jong dynasty. If people are debating, is it going to be his sister or his kid? His royal bloodline? Yeah, even crazy Hitler, Stalin, Mussolini motherfuckers, people don't listen to their kids. Yeah, sure, be nice to the kid, but you don't have to do what they tell you to do. When the Emperor of China's son walks in, yeah, you call this motherfucker and he'll double fist the dildo, or, you know, I'm just saying. So, yeah, at a certain point, the longer you neglect these problems, if we wait till World War 77, yeah, you get it. That's why they get more complicated, more ridiculous, more grudges, more pots. You got 100 pots of rice boiling over in the kitchen right now. One of them's got a grenade in it. Yeah, exactly. As far as I can tell, you know what I think, you know, speculating on Kim Jong-il and, you know, before Kim Jong-un, you know how some of the Imperial Guards were joining with some of the rebel soldiers to fight the Japanese invasion. Yeah, after the fact, yeah, other people may take advantage of opportunities here, there, anywhere. And a certain right, if one of the Imperial Guard captains found himself in, you know, the dictator of this region, that region, he may have, since he knows how to flail dildos. If he used to be part of the Imperial Guard or whatever, it's like, hey, I could be the emperor of this place. So you get it. It's kind of both, yeah, kind of like how South Korea's half and half Japanese, half half Japanese, half Chinese. North Korea is half imperial flag, half communist flag. They are quote unquote communist, whatever, but they very much took that Nazi dragon flag, the Confederate Nazi dragon flag there, the imperial British dragon Nazi flag, the one that they don't like. It's both. They are both imperial and rebel. Yeah, what? Yeah, he's the dictator dildo master. He's doing both, I guess. So that's why it's such a problem. One way or another, yeah, both sides are opposed to it in the end. What about South? Yeah, South Korea is just good at StarCraft, and they happen to have James Raynor, drunk hillbilly Americans there. They're a very, in case you're not aware, on this side, as far as I know, South Korea is like the second most American country. It's one of America's offspring. Right? We keep bitching about Britain's offspring, like the British East India Company and shit. It was Dog the Bounty Hunter in Hawaii, and then there's Gangnam Style in South Korea. They're the American Asians. Westernized or whatever. A lot of them speak English. They're, have similar K-pop culture and all that. Yeah. And you don't doubt other people. Oh, you're American? Oh, those Chinese? I know. Yeah, it happens there too. Yeah, people on this side, I hope you get it. Yeah, they can be racist too. No shit. Yeah, you don't doubt it. Yeah, how far do you want to take this? Making jokes, or yeah, you hate all these people, or none of those people can come here? Yeah, that's when it becomes a problem. I don't care if you want to make jokes about my Italian sports car, Bankruptamundo, yeah, whatever. It's a Mia Mario, yeah, you can make jokes like that. It's all good, guys. If you want to kill all the Italians, you got a lot of work ahead of you. I hope you're not going to be done masturbating in 5 minutes. There's a lot of us everywhere, and we don't all get along. Yeah, no shit, they probably get it. Yeah, I understand if two different groups of Chinese people don't like each other and why one of them, we're not... The fact that your country is called this... Yeah, they get it. I said this about America before. We're a, fairly new country, but, our whole society is Roman, so it's very similar to Roman society. We have all the same history and technology, right. We are Roman, but we don't live in Rome. We moved. I can bring my republic anywhere. I can bring the Constitution anywhere. I can bring the rape kit anywhere. Yeah. Yeah, exactly. Well, the Roman Empire conquered douchebag infinitus. Yeah, we've been through this. And the reason I don't want to toss all this history and stuff away is, yeah, the whole cultural roots thing, right. God damn it, it's a fine line to balance, but you must see, again, I get that whatever we're doing is probably not ideal. The alternative, going back, yeah, let's go back to the king of whatever, some king, some emperor, some dildo master. That's the only other history we have to reference. Yeah, apart from anarchy or, yeah, whatever, we're few options on the table. So far, the only stable, unities... I guess this is a great example with America, too. If you're in America or Canada thinking, this big country fighting this little country, yeah, we are both big countries. Canada and America are both really big countries, among the top 5, top 10. And so pretty much any time you go to war, it's a big country fighting a little country. Sure, you might think they deserve it. Right. So I'm just saying, the argument of a country being too big, because we're such big countries, we can't really use that argument. Yeah, we are one of those big countries. And America is a union of states. Yeah, it's 50 different states, or countries, basically. They very well could be 50 different countries. They're 50, let's all be states of one republic. I don't know how many states, yeah, they might have districts or provinces or whatever, right? It's just, right, the reason America is too big is because it's 50 small countries that are all agreeing to work together. Right, how far should we take this? You can ask people, right, some people have talked about separating here, there, but in the end it's like, sure, if they don't want to leave the Union, yeah, let's save the Germans from the Italians. Some of them might laugh about it, some of them might need you to. It depends if they're in the mafia, whatever, yeah, but it's like, it's too late, we're already Austro-German, we're already mixed Korean or whatever. I'm just saying that there are other problems that need to be fixed, but that's beyond, yeah, it's too late to fix this problem. God damn. Because by the time you notice the pot boiling over the crisis, it's like, yeah, we're already 20, 30 problems in, buddy. Yeah, God, go back to the beginning of the line and start with here. And yeah, even Canada is useful as an example of, yeah, like one of the biggest British colonies. Canada and Australia are both the backbone of the Britannic Empire at this point, to the point where they have been able to sort of, right, whatever, sleazy, you guys get why you're implicated one way or another. You're in the sleazy gray middle, you're still sort of British, you're borderline Confederate, Nazi dragon flag going on, or whatever. Not everyone fully understands all the details. To a lot of people, the flags, it's just, you guys get this, it's just like when a Nazi flag on the internet, and of course a million people are going to flop dildos on it, because that's, yeah, you don't doubt they're gonna flop their dildos on your flag of a king, and they don't like this king, and yeah, right, whatever. It's just again, so it seems less alien and foreign. We've run out of places to go. No one's that foreign or alien anymore, right? And again, to me, that's kind of a funny irony. Of course, this is when everything goes to hell and shit. As soon as we all know everyone, and everyone can actually talk to everyone. Yeah, there's no more mysterious far-off Netherland anymore. Yeah. No, we actually found the end of the map. It's the east west coast. We're right. Yeah. Now that we're all is in one petri dish, we're all in one fucking gerbil ball. Yeah. Get ready for the shit show disaster. And you get to be already being implicated. Since Canada, like I said, has achieved more independence slowly through all this. That's a great, more examples to reference. How do we get away from this dildo master? Well, here's another example. But you get about being such a big country and still having a flag. Like, we still have British flags in our provinces. Yes, there are still British flags here. You get it. Oh yeah, there's British flags there too. There's British flags all over the world. Yeah, there were British flags all over the world before these wars started. So when these wars started, another colony is under attack. They get why they are already implicated in most of these wars, for better or for worse. Whether you came to help them or buy some incendiary baby carriages, you get how it's long after King Henry finished masturbating. Yeah, someone else had to go clean it up, and someone had to clean up after King Henry masturbated, and the implications of this, god damn it, it's still, the porno never ends. And, you might be worried about being seen as a big, scary first world country going to war with smaller countries. You know what country understands your situation? Yeah, Russians understand what it's like to live in a giant country that's mostly frozen, empty wilderness. Yeah, when you're in a giant country, but most of it happens to be open, frozen, empty wilderness and ice fishing with John Wayne, yeah, it's kind of like Russia, it's kind of like Canada. A very small amount of the country is industrialized with cities. Yeah, right? It's probably a fairly even portion. It depends, yeah, again, it's more to do with how you use your resources and who you're, is there a dildo master here, there, anywhere? Right, there's still a dildo master here, there, anywhere. That's, god damn it. I'm just saying, from their perspective, it's like, oh, are they Nazis? Are they communists? Or, sorry, for you, and then for them, ooh, are they Imperials? Like, that's basically, are they Imperials? Do they work for a king? Oh, they have a king? They're Nazis. They're Imperials. They're Imperial Dragon Nazi flag, whatever. Anyway, we'll get back to martial law in the Marshall Islands. That'll cap off this section, but you might get, if all three of us are desperately struggling, right, America's going to end up in a desperate struggle very soon. Yeah, we're not there yet, but that's what's going to come next. You'll see it. China's already in a desperate struggle with like 5 different factions of they're all Chinese, but because the country is called China, because they didn't move it anywhere, because they didn't colonize the world for heroin. Yeah, you know who did colonize the world for heroin? Oh, that flag? Yeah, the Confederate Nazi dragon flag. Whatever, I'm just saying, bro. Yeah, there's always a bigger dildo. The porno never ends. Oh my god. I don't doubt some of them think it's funny too. It's like, world away, whatever. Yeah, sorry, we're not a world away anymore. Sorry, we're not far enough away anymore. I'm on the other side of the world and it's not far away enough anymore. We're all a little too close for comfort. Yeah, you thought you saw the world's biggest dildo? Well, meet King Henry, motherfucker. Yeah, we've met 100 million dildo master King Kong-kun of King Henry motherfuckers. We've seen the Kim Jong-un, Kim Jong-il catastrophes of Caligula and we've seen it all. And all of us come running to the other side of the world in the Dutch Indies, mate, find ourselves right back on where we say, the world's round. We all come crashing into each other, right into Korea, basically, and then, as soon as the war's over, as soon as we, go straight nuclear death, you know what I'm saying, death master genocide, one way or another, regardless of who pulled the switch. I guess my final capper, closest I get to the Rick James Vatican with this. I don't want to wag my finger too hard at anyone here. Basically, it's hard to tell which atrocity is really worse. Well, more people died here. Well, these people suffered more. Well, they were children. They were adults. Yeah, right? It's that's open to debate. But I guess the closest I can offer, the whole thing about, no matter what happens, you're going to get your hands dirty. Really, the worst atrocities are the ones you commit yourself. Yeah, those are the ones that you're going to remember, or the ones that are going to affect you and everyone around you and the people. Yeah, those are the ones that, So, whatever. Basically, if me saying that, nuking Japan was the single worst atrocity, realistically, I mean one single action. One button, one weapon, one bomb burned more children alive than have ever been burned alive in incendiary baby carriages. Yes, Mohinder's nuke carriage factory has nuked more incendiary baby carriages, but it was a million different incidents over a long period of time involving many different people. Right. Technically, warrior just means you're in a war. Right. That's kind of how I'm, in case you're new here, Of course, you can say, what did you, what about what about the Holocaust? We'll get to it. But, god damn it, personally, I feel like incendiary baby carriage and Ferris a baby carriage nuking Hellfire on whatever. I'm willing to let soldiers on an island starve somewhere if that's what it takes, but nuking the children better be the last fucking option. But you probably get it. We all come running over here out of desperation. None of us had planned far enough ahead or had the luxury of, now I gotta put up with King Henry, motherfucker, to deal with another one. And by the time we're all done, fall over, exhausted, panting, patching our wounds, feeding, whatever, you know what I mean. When this first war with the Shogunator and the Japanese and the Nazis, when that's over, we're all going to be exhausted. We're all just going to want to be like, okay, god damn it. It's too late. There's already a pot of rice boiling over behind you. It's not going to take long. The goddamn Korean War starts in 1950, but the political tension is already there. You get it. There's already Jerry Springer hillbilly bar fights with the Mongolian hillbillies. There's already fucking Confederate Nazi dragon flags going on. Right. Just because you don't know who the Mongolians are and that the dragon flag was Sure, in a museum, we can't even have a Nazi museum, or you know what I mean. It would be like seeing a Nazi flag in a museum as opposed to on my truck. Exactly. You might think different things. It's got nothing to do with racism. They're all Chinese. Exactly. For people here, I'm sorry, the propaganda got fixated on, well, doesn't mean they're racist. God damn it, no. There are other reasons people do things. It's not just because everyone's racist. Some of these people are very racist, right. It might have nothing to do with your race. Yes, this can perpetuate conflict, but I've said before, very few, wars between countries and armies are started because they're a different race. That can have tension between people, that can be easy propaganda. We're going to fight the Chinese or the Indians or whatever in India right next door, which, god damn it, that's what I mean, guys, Yes, these can be factors, but that is, goddamn, even with Hitler and stuff, that was something that happened, well into the war. That was one of many pots of rice boiling over that we neglected to, shit was getting fucked up. But that's not why we all became, a bunch of people became Nazis just to hate some group of people. That's backwards thinking, you know what I mean? Our government was, once again, because there was a British flag in Israel or whatever. That's just another example. That's what I mean. People in Korea got Russians got Russian rapisted by Austrians. It's happened to a lot of people, different groups here. But, if you're going to be talking about Auschwitz and stuff, it's well, technically more people in Korea got, butchered and tortured and blah, 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 executed. Exactly. It happens a lot. And, again, I'm sure most British people get, because your flag was already all over the world, from Israel to Thailand to Taiwan, well, when there's, you get it. Anytime anything happens, someone's going to call you, the colony is under attack. And then some douchebag, this guy, douchebag infinitus, King Henry motherfucker, come fix it. Hey, this is what I mean. At least they're trying, right? At least they're trying. At least most of them are open about this sort of thing. They haven't gone full hipster douchebag yet. It happens with Canadians because, they're British, but they're on the other side. We're not British. We're not Chinese. You are Chinese, but you're not British, basically. And specifically with Russia, I think most Russian people learn, this is more common knowledge that, something that would be less, not censored, but let's leave that out of the lesson plan. No, we don't need to mention this. Just that the Tsar of Russia, their dildo master, Tsar Emperor dude, he was the King George's twin brother. Double trouble with the double mint twins, double time trouble twins. This is one of the first things I ever mentioned. This is one of the things that kicked off with the God damn it. World War One. They might be thinking, that could be half the reason you were allies with the... Yeah, Russia used to be an ally, too. Because the emperor was the king's brother, or whatever, but then even after they... Yeah, in World War II, afterwards, when it was Stalin and the communists, they were also helping you fight Nazis. Right, so there's more to it than that. Yeah, right, it's like, god damn it. Yeah, they tossed out, but you can see why most Russian people are skeptical of a Commonwealth, a British Chinese dragon Nazi flag, or you get it. Not the Chinese one, they like the Chinese, but you can see why they would be fully on board with helping Chinese be communist and not the dragon dildo master of Dragon Empire, yeah, whatever, the Jade Empire of dildo dragon dildo masters. That's not what, hardly anyone in the world, the only people in the world that want kings are King Henry motherfucker, basically.